Joke's on us. "13 dirty one-liners." Oh, yeah. Number 1. I bet you can't tell me something that will make me both happy and sad at the same time. A husband challenges his wife. She thinks about it for a moment, and then she responds, "Your penis is bigger than your brother's." 2. A penguin is having problems with his car, so he takes it to a shop. The mechanic tells him, it's going to take about an hour for me to check everything out. The penguin decides while he's waiting he might as well treat himself to a nice big ice cream sundae, so he goes next door to the ice cream place. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen a penguin eat before, but they're not the neatest of eaters. By the time he comes back, he is just covered in melted ice cream. When the mechanic sees him, he says, "Oh, hey, looks like you blew a seal." "No," the penguin says, "it's just ice cream." 3. A man and a woman started having sex in the middle of a dark forest. There's a dirty twist on Hansel and Gretel. After about 15 minutes, the man finally gets up and says, "Damn, I wish I had a flashlight." The woman says, "Me too. You've been eating grass for the past 10 minutes. 4. A guy is sitting in the doctor's office. The doctor walks in and says, "I have some bad news. I'm afraid you're going to have to stop masturbating." "I don't understand, Doc," the patient says. "Why?" "Because," the doctor says, "I'm trying to examine you." 5. A family's driving behind a garbage truck when all of a sudden this big dildo flies out and thumps against their windshield. Embarrassed and trying to spare her young son's innocence, the mother turns around and says, "Don't worry, dear. That was just an insect." "Wow," the boy replies. "I'm surprised it could get off the ground with a like that." 6. When should condoms be used? On every conceivable occasion. 7. I like to play a little game at the supermarket. I always pick the cashier who's most likely to have sex with me. I always end up at self-checkout. 8. A husband asks his wife, "Why don't you tell me when you orgasm?" She replies, "I don't like calling you when you're at work." 9. My wife gave me a hand job the other day using Vaseline. I came 3 times trying to wash that stuff off. 10. A man walks into a library and he asks the librarian, "Do you have that book for men with small penises?" The librarian looks on her computer and says, "I don't know if it's in yet." The man replies, "Yeah, that's the one." 11. 2 sex workers are on a street corner, in the office, so to speak. They started discussing business, and one looks at the other and says, "Yep, it's gonna be a good night. I smell in the air." The other sex worker looks at her and says, "Oh no, I just burped." 12. 2 Catholics are sitting in a bar, and one guy confesses, "Yeah, I slept with my wife before we were married. What about you?" The other guy says, "I don't know. What was her maiden name?" 13. A husband and a wife are having some issues in the bedroom. The wife can't orgasm because, in her words, it's too damn hot. So they see a sex therapist. He recommends that they have a constant supply of cool air in the bedroom. So the man asks his best friend to waft a towel while he and his wife make love. Begrudgingly, the friend says, "All right." After 20 minutes of lovemaking, the woman is no closer to orgasm. So the friend wafting the towel recommends that they switch places. So now the friend is having sex with the wife and the husband is wafting the towel. After 2 minutes, the woman starts to tremble and lets out this incredible cry as she reaches the most intense orgasm she has ever had. The husband looks at his friend and proudly proclaims, "Now that, my friend, is how you waft a f***ing towel." For more jokes, be sure to like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. And if you really like these jokes, follow the link in the description to buy us beer. Because like W.C. Fields said, everybody's got to believe in something. I believe I'll have another beer.